Hello, everybody. Joe Bagadones here. Welcome back for another episode of MUV LUV, a total eclipse. What happened last time? I actually forget. I took a me day yesterday and didn't record, so, yeah. And I just woke up, so my memory's a little foggy, but I do have a pot of coffee right next to me, and put a little something in there. I was digging through my fridge, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have this big bottle of, barrel-aged, like, bourbon maple syrup. I'm like, you know, I can work with this. So I poured a bunch of that in my coffee pot, added a little milk, and really nice, very good. Got that nice, little bit of Irish coffee like taste going, but because it's only been aged in the barrel, it's like less than 2% alcohol, so it's just got that hint when you take a sip. You know, that little aftertaste that kind of lingers in the back of your mouth and kind of up in your sinuses of like a whiskey. So, yeah, really nice and refreshing in the morning, gotta say. Hopefully this doesn't, lead to me developing severe alcoholic tendencies and needing like whiskey to survive in the morning, but I doubt that being the case because I can't really do whiskey very much, especially after I drank like half a handle of Crown Black on like a Tuesday evening when I was like 20 and I had work the next day. It was awful. I was sick the entire night. I fucking went to work sick, hungover as fuck, pale as a ghost, sweating, wearing sunglasses, and just like sitting in the dark. I got my fucking ass chewed out for that, but what can you do? You win some, you lose some. And sometimes, when you lose, you can never go back. Don't overdrink whiskey, kids. Anyway, let's continue with our tournament arc thing. Hopefully the game's not going to be too weird about it, its performance. It took a second to load when I was booting it up, and then when I tried to go to full screen, I had to fight with it to get it to go into full screen mode. It kept just going to a black screen, and then just back to windowed mode. So hopefully everything goes well. I heard the liaison conference went over time, so I brought you a little something to read. Too many vowels in a row there.
これは今日のレポート。提出期限は明日のはずだ。何か緊急を要する問題でも見つかったのか?
No, nothing in particular. It's just that.
ただ。
Pessimists, aren't we? Well, that's partly my fault. I kind of took the machine beyond its limits today. I started to work on it right away because I felt bad for the mechanics, what with me trashing the machine, and I finished the damn thing before I knew it.
それは気に病む
Do
こ
we
と
get
では
extra
ない。
credit?
想定の中でもかなり楽な部類だとローウェル軍曹も言っていただろう。
I mean, they're getting paid either way, they might as well, do a little work to get some. I mean, yeah, but the concerns about overstressing the TSF frame are something we can just brush off. Poor mechanics are basically living in the hangar these days, running detailed checks on the machine around the clock.
Now, 状況が確定するまでの所要時間は
God, you fucking love dramatic pauses, don't you, Doglu?
4分だ。
そうか。
Who am I kidding? I just can't get that sack of shit Leon out of my head. So, here's the report. Figured if I bring it to you right away, we could see what needs to be improved early on and wrap it up before the day's over.
それでわざわざここまで。どのくらい待っていたんだ?
3 hours. About 15 minutes. Oh yeah, is the conference over already?
ああ、会議はすでに終わっている。整備班の動きも気になるのでな。
Just let them work. They'll get more work done that way, without you fucking poking your nose in there. Before we go back, I have a favor to ask you. Can you spare a minute or two?
私に頼み?
Look at that eyebrow twitch. Yeah, she's mad. Rushing to get the report done makes it seem like I was half-assing it, and it's obvious I'm using this stuff about Vincent and the mechanics as an excuse. A perceptive woman like her has to know something's up. The fact our conversation feels so distant is all the evidence I need. Ugh. Perceptive, huh? You sure about that? You're not very perceptive yourself, bud. Actually, I was hoping you could help me with something.
何を
I have like a million questions about how to apply tensile strength correctly when I'm using the melee blade, and I'm desperate for answers, if possible, while the feel of having one in my hand hasn't faded. Such a brazen request. Yui must be furious at me. But my job as the main test pilot is to complete that TSF, and by God, I'm gonna do it.
それは構わないが、私でいいのか
Yuya is 100% just like on the autism spectrum, from his inability to perceive other people's emotions and feelings. Of course, it has to be you.
私じゃなきゃダメ
Please, I need you. Just vibrating, huh? Oh, look at her, shaking with anger, doing everything in her power to hold back, just for the sake of my peace of mind. Seriously, the Japanese. Yui has some godlike self-control. I'm nothing but an indulgent, selfish little brat compared to her. Well, of course you're busy. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have sprung this on you. Nothing I can do. I'll just have to ask her some other time. You don't have to push yourself for my sake. Really, it's my fault. I'm not making excuses here, but there's been a lot on my mind.
大丈夫だから
Uh-huh.
私の都合はすごく大丈夫だ教えるぞ私は教えるぞ
Yui. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I promise I'll pay you back, with results! Thank you, Yui. Sorry to rush you on this, but...
待てブリッジス
Gonna
会える気持ちはわかるが
play third wheel here, trying to get in between our little
ぶっ
tryst.
通しで報告書を書いていたと言ったな
You gonna order him to take a break? Oh yeah, so you heard that?
私はずっとここにいたがまあいいとにかく貴様夕食は取ったのか
No sir, not yet.
接触は与えられた自由ではない A 氏の責務だ体調管理は 基軸
We'll
任務だ
learn
った
good
は
on
ず
an
だ
empty stomach. You're right, Lieutenant.
今日の模擬戦で貴様はいつも以上に体力を消耗しているまずはやるべきことをやれ技術論はそれからだ
Understood.
申し訳ありませんドール注意私が気遣うべきでした
You were lost in your own little world too.
いやこれは A 氏が自覚すべき責任だ
Yeah, he's a big boy. He can handle himself. Well,
ところで
should be able to.
会議が思いのほか長引いてな高村中尉もまだ食事を取られていない
Fucking
ブリッジス
trying to make something
地下の
happen.
フードコートにお供しろ
Why? She's not eating in the officers' mess hall? You're all officers.
今からではもう間に合わんここの地下なら交代勤務要員のために24時間開いている
Must be nice. Having a place on base that's open 24 hours a day. So that way when you're fucking stuck outside at 3 a.m. in the middle of January in a fucking blizzard and you've just been done working for 7 hours, you can go in, like, get a hot meal. Instead of having to fucking either just heat up, like, a fucking sandwich that you brought from home or, like, go to the fucking gas station because that's the only place that's open. Damn, that's crazy. Whoa, your base command cares enough about your personnel to have food available 24 hours a day? Damn, bro, that's crazy.
いいから続きはそこでやれ
Well, what was he asking? I got lost there. But, are you sure she can slum it with the rest of us? Wait, doesn't that mean the boss hasn't eaten either? Man, we should have all gone together, right? The more the merrier. No. Poor Yui. She's just way too polite to point out his mistake. It's weird, right? Yeah, of course it's weird.
いや
Ooh, they got stuff everywhere.
まるで夏祭りのようだ
But what's the Pap cuisine? I'm trying to think of what could be the rest of the words hiding behind that pillar, but I honestly have no idea. Summer festivals? Yeah, I can see that. Alright, first order of business is eating, else the boss will have my head. So, what'd you like? Oh, silly me. I forgot you really don't come to this place very often. In that case, I'll choose for the both of us.
だが
Relax. I'll keep your taste in mind.
そうか私はそんな話まで知っていたのか
No, it's just that you're Japanese, which means you like mild flavors. Come again?
いや覚えていないというわけではないぞこれは単なる確認だあくまでも確認に過ぎない何分このところの私は非常に情けない話だが現実の問題として優也の前で失態を晒し続けていることは認めねばならないわけで
Okay.
万に一つの可能性としてうろたえた挙句無意識的に自分語りをしている可能性は否定できない無意識的になんだその目は
Because you're
私だって
fucking
好き
weird.
で失態を晒しているわけではない誰
That's
の
right, I
せい
said
だ
you're a weird.
いやなんでもな
I
い
was gonna say weirdo, but you know, I decided against it. In the end, I messed up my own sentence. I have no one to blame but myself. Huh?
私は今何か言っていたか
No? Are you sure you're okay? Ah, man, I knew it. You don't like me picking your food, right?
それは問題ないそれより私は貴様に味の好みまで話をしていたのか
Hey, are you serious now? You fed me your nikujaga.
そうかそうだったなそうだった
Are you okay with something that doesn't have soy sauce? You're okay with something that doesn't have soy sauce, right? The food here is pretty different from what the Japanese people usually like to eat. Options are a little on the limited side. Sit down. I'll be back in a sec.
日本人が美味しいと思うメニューがわかるその言葉の意味に気づいているのか
You gotta know your enemy.
やはり優也は大きく変わった教えてあげるわ優也を理解できるのはねあいつと同じ二つの祖国の狭間に生きる者だけよ二つの祖国か確かに私たちは住む世界が違う
Mm-hmm.
あんた優也のために家捨てられんの
Probably not.
優也のために日本を捨てる覚悟あるそれとこれは
All that privilege and wealth.
同じよそこがわからないってことがあんたと優也が分かり合えない証拠なのよ
That's right, only a true proletariat warrior like this Chinese Communist Party official is a good match for him.
任務も責任も大事でもあなたの思いも大切だって私たちは人間だからそう思いたいが結論なんて今は出るはずもない計画の完遂が先だ
Mm-hmm.
いかんつい目で追ってしまう
Sorry for the wait.
いや
So, Japanese long blades have a grip that curves forward to allow the blade to hit the opponent quicker, even if only by a little.
ああそうだがそれがなんだ
I've been doing some research, and I think the Jigen Ryu school of swordsmanship is based on similar principles. Your swing must reach the enemy first, even if only by a hair's breadth, that kind of thing. The idea is the same, right? To take out the other guy with the first strike. I said the idea behind the Japanese long blade seemed to be the same as the Jigen Ryu school of swordsmanship. Nah, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have explained that part first?
あいやそんなことはない次元流は知っているすまない続けてくれ
Ah man, what you really need to learn is your fucking Mugen Kido. Sure. So, anyway, that school's swords uses a handguard called a suba to help with balance. I think that's a similar idea of how Japanese long blades have a weighted end. Hello? Are you listening?
ああ、聞いているとも。
Okay. Anyway, before we continue, I have to come clean with you. Till today, I've had serious doubts about how Japanese long blades are built.
なぜ今まで黙っていた？それを言うのもテストパイロットの責務だろう。
I wrote thousands of words about how flawed the blade is when you had me riding the Fubuki, remember? But you told me to forget about it since it's part of the TSF's basic equipment load.
なるほど。そうだったな。
And it's a good thing you did, because man, have I been stupid or what? It's not flawed at all.
どういうことだ？
I only figured this out after crossing swords with the Chinese-style long blade, but the Japanese long blade's counterattacks are ridiculously fast. I mean, take a look at these numbers. That's the shoulder mass to that's the shoulder mass to power output of the Shiranui second and the Jian 10. I hate to give my stalker praise, but that Bao Feng woman is a real pro at using the TSF's tensile strength to her advantage, so the fight easily could have gone the other way. Now, look at these logs. And there it is. These figures are not telling you how powerful the longsword attack is, it's telling you how fast its slashes are. The Chinese-style long blade is a top-heavy to increase its attack power. But as you see, it's not the TSF that's swinging the sword, it's the sword that's taking the arms and fuselage for a ride. And using automatic control to account for this creates a bit of a gap. Man, is this some terrible coffee? Whatever, moving on. What I'm driving at is... the Japanese-style long blade distributes its weight accordingly to convert the fuselage itself, from the tips to its toes to the point of the sword, into one single weapon. Am I right or what?
よくぞそこまで。
Good for you, my guy. If only. I was missing the forest for the trees all along, man. Looking at how the weight is distributed across the blade, one would think it wastes a lot of centrifugal force. Centrifugal? Is it... Centrifugal? Centrifugal. Okay. Force. That's only if you look at it wrong, because it's supposed to work as a set with your TSF. Thanks to this, it's easy to swing around with just an arm. Plus, the blade's striking capabilities are only second to the Chinese-style long blade. Whoever designed this damn thing is a freaking genius. I swear I could kiss the guy.
そうか。
Oh yeah, it was your papa, wasn't it? Huh? Well, she's more impressed than I thought she'd be. Well, it works for me. I was on the right track all along. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying Colonel Hartwick deserves praise or anything, but at the very least, I could only figure this out thanks to Blue Flag, and in my eyes, that alone makes the whole thing worth it.
そうだな。
But truth be told, that's not really what I wanted to discuss with you.
聞こう。
First, I'm sorry to beat around the bush like this. I had to get the blade stuff out of the way first so you could understand just how serious I am.
そこまでせずとも、私は貴様を信じている。
No, I couldn't count on that. Not after all the attitude I've been giving you, though. I hope we can put that behind us.
そんなことはない。正直な話、感服して声も出せなかった。本当に恐れ入った。あのわずかな経験で、よくぞそこまで日本機の設計思想を読み取れるものだと。
You're exaggerating. Here's your tea. Careful, it's hot.
ありがとう。
As it should be. So, can you teach me about Japanese-style swordsmanship? Please.
私の返答はもう決まっている。だが、それを伝える前に理由を聞こう。
I mean, obviously, she's like, yeah. Japanese surface pilots receive basic training in swordsmanship, right? When the Shiranui second officially becomes the Empire's mainline TSF, they will be the ones behind the sticks. So it's simple. To build the Shiranui second into the best TSF it can be, I need to master the art of Japanese-style swordsmanship, much like the Imperial surface pilots do.
なるほど。
So, as you know, the sharpness of the TSF's movements mainly depend on statistical thought control. Statistical? I guess. Thought control and how it picks up on and executes preliminary motions. What brings me to another thing I learned during today's dogfight. Which brings me to another thing I learned during today's dogfight. Not skilled enough at putting the carbonic actuator's concentrated tension strength into practical use. At least, not to the point where I could wring out the full potential of the Shiranui's second.
何
I have zero experience with Japanese-style swordsmanship. And that's why I can't bring out 100% of the TSS potential. Look, I know it's not my place as your subordinate to ask my superior for a favor. But I'm the main test pilot, damn it. I can't hold back when there's a real risk that TSF we've spent so much blood, sweat, and tears on won't reach its full potential.
ブリッジス
You know what I'm talking about. You're a service pilot too. Your body's movement patterns have a direct, huge influence on statistical thought control. Please, Yui. I need the brainwaves and muscle response of someone who's mastered Japanese swordsmanship. It has to become second nature to me.
貴様どうしてそこまで
Because the man's obsessed. I don't want to send another service pilot into battle riding some half-assed machine.
ブリッジス貴様
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner. I thought it was cool enough today that I wouldn't need it, but it's getting a little warm. So now I don't have to deal with that going on in the background. Not too noticeable now that I turned on the noise suppression system in OBS, but you still might hear a little rattle going.
分かった
At least
貴
it
様
doesn't
に
pick up
剣
when I'm
術を
not
指南
talking.
しよう
You really mean it? Yeah, hell yeah, you're the best, Yui!
慌てるなそれは今すぐという話ではない教えるのはブルーフラッグ演習が終わった後だ
What? But I need it for blue
た
flag.
った一戦でも十分意味があったんだろであれば今後も意味のある結果を得ることができるはずだ
Yeah, work by yourself until you hit a wall, then come talk.
それに剣術は始めたからといってすぐに得得できるようなものではないあれだけ詳しく調べたんだ貴様も分かっているんだろ
Well, I guess you got me there.
どのみち演習期間内に間に合わないのであれば知らぬ新潟も貴様も調子が上がっている今無理に始める意味はないブルーフラッグ演習に集中すべきだ
Can't argue with that. As long as you teach me in the end, what you say goes.
そうか
Hey, Yui?
ああなんだ
I'm thrilled she took the time to hear me out, but it's clear something's weighing heavily on her mind, and it's not just that I'm imposing on her. Well, she's the lead developer. Must be stressed out to hell and back. Are you feeling down or something? You haven't even touched your food.
いやそんなことはないぞほらこうやってあ
Went for the tea? Shit, are you okay? I told you to be careful with the tea. Let me see that.
私
Sorry, didn't mean to.
すまない私もそんなつもりでは本当にすまなかった
Relax, it's no big deal, and it was partially my fault anyway.
そんなことはないひどいことを言った
Again, don't sweat it. You could say I'm used to those kinds of comments. Looks like I've been looks like I've been more at ease around you lately. I mean, the two of us, we've gone through a lot. From heated shouting matches to almost dying together. It's like the suspension bridge effect or something. That shit builds a bond. So, I feel like you're one of my war buddies? But in the course of my research, I discovered that typical Japanese noblewomen are supposed to be... What? I discovered the typical Japanese noblewoman is supposed to be as modest as you. Funny how that completely slipped my mind. Maybe I've been getting a bit too familiar?
その
Don't get all depressed on me. It was my fault. You have nothing to feel sorry about. Anyway, how should I say this? I just don't learn. I keep tripping over the same stone over and over again.
インペリアル・ロイヤル・ガードの高村唯中尉どこぞのメイクか知らないけどあんたじゃ絶対に理解できない世界でユウヤは生きてるのよ あんたみたいな名家のお姫様に理解できるかしら。存在するだけで疎まれる者が生きる世界を。
Mm-hmm. Hello? Earth to Yui?
私は貴様がユーヤ・ブリッジスという人間がどのような境遇でどのように生きてきたのか知らない。
Yui?
人を守れるのは、人の思いを守れるのは、その思いの大切さを知っている人だけだから。
だから知りたい。
Know what?
私はユーヤのことを理解したい。そうすればユーヤはもっと楽になれるのではないか。
Okay, build off a foundation of mutual understanding. Dude, I had no idea. I'm not sure what to say. It's my fault, but here you are, trying your hardest to understand my side of the story.
使いすぎるぐらいでちょうどいいだろう。今まで使わなさすぎた。
Nope. Head empty, fucking no thoughts, smooth brain like a boiled egg. Well, I can't say I was any better, honestly.
気は互いに使い合うものだ。日本ではな。
Yeah, I heard about that one.
それも調べたのか？
Nah, my late mom told me. She said that's a virtue of the Japanese.
そうか。母様が。
Yui, your Nikujaga. Tastes just like my mom's.
そうか。ユーヤの母様も肉じゃが。アメリカ人なの。はあ、ユーヤ発見。
Ugh.
ちょうど会いたいって思ってたとこなのよ。これって運命じゃない？
We were kind of having a moment here.
そう思うでしょ？ね、ユーヤ。ユーヤブリッジス。私のことを好きになってもいいわよ。
Well, you're very forward. I appreciate your candidness.
は？
Say what?
実はね、前々から恋人になる男は私より強くないとダメだって決めていたのよ。あんたは強いし、そこそこ顔もいいわ。喜びなさい。合格よ。
I'll tell you the same thing I told that girl in high school and then made her cry. No thanks. And then I closed my locker and walked away. God. Just what the hell is wrong with this crazy broad? No consideration for others, can't read the room to save her life, pushy as all hell. Did I mention selfish? Only redeeming factors are face. Trust me, I've seen better. She definitely has a couple screws
そんな
loose.
わけであんたは私に惚れていいのよ。私に勝った男にはその資格があるんだから。
Deserving reward, huh? Cool. I guess that's an honor.
何よ、そのやる気のない返事は。あんたも私の恋人になるならもっとシャキッとしてよ。あれ、どうしたのかな。顔が赤いわよ。ねえユーヤ、もしかして照れてるの？
Less shy and more like he's just insensitive? So weird hand portion. I guess it's because the finger's like pointing at us, so their perspective's a little weird, but like her index finger is smaller than her pinky. She's bad news. I knew it. Jesus, that hurts. Oh, she must be what? 100 pounds soaking wet? What's up with this gorilla-like strength? Wait, is she doing that pressure point crap to pin me down? Like in a real-life kung fu movie? Quit messing with me. Her slim fingers are digging into my chin. Far Eastern medicine doesn't heal, it kills!
ついつい食事中ゆえ
Yes.
静粛に願います。
Because most of it's not based on science.
何よお姫様、私たち今取り込み中だから後にしてくれない？
Yeah, just fucking... You want to cure your fucking limp dick? Yeah, snort this fucking ground-up dried rhino foreskin. That'll do the trick.
優也と私は食事中だ。注意こそ後にしていただきたい。へえ。
Cat fight. Cat fight? Ooh, scary. She's giving off some seriously dangerous vibes. Hard to believe I beat her.
一つ聞くけど、それって誰の言葉？帝国近衛軍高村中尉？高村家のお姫様？それとも私自身の言葉だ。他の誰でもない高村優衣の言葉だ。つい注意、もう一度言う。私たちの食事を邪魔しないでいただこう。邪魔なのはあんたなんだけど。仕方がない。では、日本帝国軍士官として警告する。我々は英氏の責務を履行中だ。機関も国際部隊を率いる身であれば、それを妨げる行為が重大な妨害工作とみなされることは知っていよう。
Ooh, fucking pulling regulations out on her. Fucking just throw the book at her. It's a violation of military regulations to interfere with the superior's conversation. Rules, fuck yeah!
はいはい、わかったわよ。
When in doubt, whenever you're losing an argument, you can always pull the rank card. It's like when you fucking beat your parents in an argument and they pull the "Don't you disrespect me" card. Or the "This is my house" card. It means you know you won. Son of a bitch! The gorilla-like strength of yours hurts like hell!
今日の演習で完全にやり込められたから、ちょっとからかいたくなっただけよ。悪かったわ。
You just apologize? I feel so wrong, dude. No comeback for that gorilla grip comment either.
つい注意。この際はっきり言っておく。今後服務中の悪ふざけは慎んでいただこう。特に度を超えた接近や密着などもってのほかだ。
Yeah, please don't come into my bubble.
はいはい。あんたの言うことはよくわかったわよ。ごめんなさいね。
Yeah, that's right. She's a unit commander. Chick might be a few cards short of a full deck, but she still has to set an example. What just happened? Verifying physical condition. Let's see. Both arms are pinned down. Legs are mobilized as well. Oh yeah, I get what's going on. The woman is straddling me with her legs intertwined around the back of the chair. And she's holding both my arms above my head, keeping me completely immobilized. As God is my witness, it took her less than a second to render me completely helpless. Excellent work, Sui Yifei. You're a monstrous physical specimen. No, God damn it! This isn't the time for running commentary!
つい注意！一体何を？はあ？何って決まってるじゃない。恋人同士のお熱い時間よ。貴様、舌の根も乾かないうちに。
You know, I can see why Total Eclipse got an anime adaptation before, like, literally everything else. It's really, really self-contained compared to the rest of the story. And by story, I mean, like, the, you know, MUV LUV in general. And, you know, considering it's, I guess you could say it's kind of a prequel. You know, because most of it takes place before Alternative happens, but, you know, it's so far removed from everything. And it's very, very, you know, going through the steps, so to say. You know, I keep bringing up tournament arc, but you know, what good anime doesn't have a tournament arc, you know?
謝っただけよ。やめるなんて言った覚えはないけど。詭弁を浪するな。優也から離れろ。釣った魚に餌をやらないあんたが私にそんなこと言う資格あるの？あんたには十分な時間があったでしょ。それを棒に振ったのは誰
？I mean, and unfortunately, this character here, it's clear she has no shot. Like, not a fucking snowball's chance in hell. She's just here to, you know, spur the other characters into action.
私は。
No! What the?
もう少しおとなしくしててね。ゆうや。
I don't know, man. Being smothered by tits, it's like nice for like the first 10 seconds, but then like when you actually have to like deal with it and like come up for breath and like you're actually kind of like struggling, it kind of takes the fun out of it. Like it's like oh, hold on, just give me a, you know, not that not that any of you listening would know. Crap, I can't breathe. She's not wearing a bra. Oh, she's squeezing my face tighter and tighter. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Am I not saying no, but my friend down there saying yes? You there? Damn, this isn't the time to worry about saving face. I need to loosen her grasp on me, or I'll suffocate to death on her meaty meat buns.
やだ。
Ah, crap!
ゆうや。あ、危ないじゃない。座りなさい、ゆうや。お座り。
Now you got her up, power bomber. Now shut up! As long as I can breathe, I'll do whatever I want.
何？どうするのよ。
Ah!
待ってゆうや、危ない。やめなさいよ。やめてったら。
Then let go of me, for fuck's sake! Yeah, this is the way. Shake her off to hell with whatever she wants.
ダメよ。はしたない声を出すな。
Yeah, don't fucking nut in the middle of the food court. Ah! Then let me go!
分かった。分かったから。話すから止まってよ。
What are you doing? You just spinning around? I honestly can't tell what's going on. Don't lie to me. You're gonna pull that small print bullshit again, are you?
言わないわよ。約束するから。
Okay then.
まったく。なんて男なの。想像以上ね。
What a man. I mean, you didn't say you didn't like it, though. I don't really want to hear that from you. Anyway, so behave in a civilized manner from now on, Lieutenant.
分かってるわよ。
Don't know about that. I can never take you at your word. One of my many annoyances of dealing with you.
安心しなさい。ゆうやのお願いなら聞いてあげるから。
Awfully suspicious. Yeah, you're still plotting something, aren't you?
人聞きの悪いこと言わないでちょうだい。夫の願いを叶えたいと思うのは妻として当然でしょ。
Wife? Husband? What bullshit are you going on about this time?
当たり前でしょ。あんたは戦術機でも白兵でも私に勝ったのよ。恋人以上になる資格があるわ。
Uh-huh.
あとは任せる。
What? Yui? Lieutenant Takamura! Don't you have a heart? Please, don't leave me alone with this demented stalker!
さああなた、今度のお願い
She's
は
given
何？
up.
言ってごらんなさい。は？ちょっと待ちなさいよ。私の体をめちゃくちゃにしといて逃げる気？最低ね。
Mm-hmm. Don't you have more pressing matters? Rao Fang has the fight of their lives waiting for
何
them.
よ、なんか問題あんの？
No, well, whatever. But seriously, you better prepare yourself.
強い？誰が？私が？
Going up against the Infinities? Someone's taken one too many hits to the head, and it ain't me.
冗談よ。インフィニティーズのことでしょ？確かにステルスっての厄介かもね。
You have a terrible sense of humor. Would you mind putting a stop to the comedy routine already?
あら、あんたそんなに首相な男？ダメよ、敬語使ったらお仕置き。夫婦でそんな言葉遣いおかしいでしょ？
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what? Fuck it. Call me your husband, daddy, or whatever you want. I don't care. What other choice do I have? She won't listen to me, and you've clammed up the entire time, Lieutenant.
何度言われても却下。 言葉遣いの
Yeah,
問
you're
題
clearly
は
not gonna go to bat for
XFG
me
計画
against
と
her.
無関係でしょ。聞き入れる言われはないわ。
There you have it. Anyway, don't go around dismissing their stealth capabilities as a parlor trick. You'll regret it later. Doesn't pay to underestimate the US Armed Forces.
でもまあ、最初に一発食らうのは仕方がないわね。でも一発だけよ。あとはかわせばいいのよ。
Easy for you to say. Right checks your ass can't your ass can't cash is what I'd normally say, but coming from her, it's not too far-fetched.
そう簡単にことが運ぶとは思えないな。失礼だが、ジャンジ夕方よりも客観評価の高いファルクラムを擁する東欧連合がわずか4分で全滅させられている。4分が何だっていうのよ。ステルス生かした奇襲を食ら
Yep,
っただ
caught
け
with
で
the
しょ。
pants down.
別に私だって舐めちゃいないわよ。あいつらが強いのは認めてる。でもだからこそ倒す価値があるんじゃないの。それにね、やけにステルスだなんだと自慢してるみたいだけど、
What do you mean?
あんな技術10年もしないうちに世界中に伝わるでしょ。敵も味方も同じ条件になるなら
Not quite.
最後は近接戦能力がものを言うのよ。
Well, not wrong. What if that's really how things are gonna play out? Before we start killing each other again, we need to exterminate the beta. That doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. Even then, who's to say a TSF will remain a viable weapon? That money is on aircraft taking a leading role again. Hell yeah, baby. Of course I will. I wouldn't bother with TSFs if there were no laser class around or we didn't need to enter hives. Everyone knows that. Assuming humanity will win this war, the logical conclusion is TSS won't remain our weapon of choice for long. That's all the more reason I need to build the Shiranui second to the best machine around. It still
ま
counts.
ある種のお人よしよね。米軍部隊が来たおかげで各国のステルス機開発は格段に進むでしょうね。開発関係者は喜んでるわよ。お金をかけないでステルス技術をいろんな形で盗めるんだから。
You say that, but it's kind of harder than that, and the current state of aircraft development around the world and the real world still shows that.
プロミネンス計画本来の目的はアメリカ以外の戦術機開発技術の向上なんだからちょうどよかったんじゃない？
You're missing the forest for the trees, Lieutenant. Like I told you, it doesn't pay to underestimate the U.S. The lowly field officer figured this out. You better believe it didn't escape the upper brass's notice.
何が言いたいわけ？
If I were a betting man, I'd assume the US already had something better than stealth. At the very least, they're on the verge of putting the finishing touches on whatever that is. The Infinities are nothing but a distraction.
まあそうでしょうね。はっきり言うと統一中華戦線はブルーフラッグの勝敗なんて気にしちゃいない。どうでもいいのよ。
Yeah, because winning and losing matter. Because wins and losses matter, but they're not what matters the most.
プロミネ
I
ンス計
fucking
画の
butchered
本部
that
に
sentence,
立ち返れ
dead
ば
and in the
話。
ground.
回収した第一世代機が第二世代機を超える性能になったとして、それが第三世代機に負けたって回収計画の価値が下がるわけじゃない。なぜなら今の最前線に必要なのはハイコストの最新鋭機じゃないから。
You wanna just fucking flood the market with garbage?
本当に必要なのは信頼性の高い現行機を安価に高性能化する技術。
Alright. You're in the
だから
upgrade what we got.
最終
batch.
的に開発計画が成功すればそれでいいのよ。まあだからといって私は誰にも負けるつもりはないけど、ユウヤには負けちゃったけどね。
It was a real close call. Actually, the only reason I came on top is that I crossed swords with you and your Takumi Kazuchi once before. Without that, I have no doubt our fight would have been a squash match. 2 minutes and I'm eating the pin.
確かにコストの問題は重要だな。そうよ。前線には一機でも多くの戦術機が必要なんだから。
Cost, huh? Now that must be one big problem for Yui. Man, she must be swamped with problems. Yet here I am, asking her to teach me swordsmanship on top of everything. Jesus Christ. Why can't I become like them? These two are always thinking of the big picture, the national interests and whatnot. Can't see anything but my own petty issues. Stuff right in front of my nose. Maybe it's because of my upbringing. Nah, I shouldn't go there. Ah, shit, I don't want to go there. Makes me wonder, though. Do I really have the kind of love for the United States that's expected from a soldier? Let's... Don't... Like, yeah, it's good to, you know, care and have, like, patriotic feelings, but also, like, don't be blind because of them. You know, self-reflection and criticism is necessary in order to, like, improve and yada yada yada. Don't be a sheep is all I'm saying. Yui, Lieutenant Colonel Latrova, the kids from Tsar Battalion, and even the Argus guys would be willing to put their heads on the block for the sake of their countries. That's what patriotism is all about. Your firm belief is, if your firm belief is there's something intrinsically good about your country, why wouldn't you be willing to die for it? It makes sense in theory, but something inside of me just doesn't click. To tell the truth, I don't know if I'll ever be able to put myself in their shoes.
開発的に意味がないのは分かった上でステルス対策に話を戻すけど
Yeah.
遠距離誘導兵器の使用が禁じられてる時点で自慢の能力も半分以上は封じられたようなものでしょ。ステルス最大の利点は姿を隠して敵のアウトレンジから攻撃する戦術だし。
Just hit them over the horizon and they fucking won't even know what happens.
いくら対策してても音紋や振動、排熱はゼロじゃないし透明なわけでもない。最悪引きこもって動かない場合でも最低3機のセンサーの反射をデータリンクで統合解析すれば面倒だけど座標特定は不可能じゃない。こっちは追加装甲でも装備してれば 120mm の射撃はしのげるはずだしほら大丈夫じゃない？大した敵じゃないわよ。
I think you're missing the point here. Well, it sounds like what anybody in your place would do. It's almost a carbon copy of the plan we had in mind to deal with the
つい
Infinities.
注意。その作戦を実行する気なら注意するべき点がいくつかある。
何よ。
Yeah, you do the dry run on that plan for us, so then we know what to improve after you get fucking stomped.
敵が停止潜伏している状況でセンサーの反射を拾うのは良しとしても、その際は自軍小隊も動きを止めるはず。演習規定で相手の通信が傍受できない以上、むやみな移動は待ち伏せの餌食だ。
そうね。で、だから何よ。
その際、アクティブセンサーを使うことで自軍の位置は
You're just
敵から
fucking
丸見えに
blasting
なる。
out.
しかも止まっているとなれば米軍お得意のアウトレンジ攻撃のいい的だ。
まあ確かにね。
Just sneak up on you, fucking shoot you in the ass.
ユウヤも言っていた通り、我々が考えつくことはすでに米軍も考えているはずだ。
Yeah.
だとするなら奇策以外勝利の可能性はない。対ステルスのデータ収集ではなく、機関がこれまで通り勝負にこだわるのであればの話だが。先ほど機関が言っていた戦術がそれに相当する。1機をおとりに狙撃をいなし、4機で括弧撃破。今のところそれしかあるまい。公表されている性能から言えば、ジャンジ夕方に1機でも落とされれば面目上アメリカの大敗だ。
Yep.
まあ少なくとも1匹見つけたら最低でもエレメントの1機が近くにいるから要注意ね。なんか
ちょうど黒いしな。
They're in perfect sync. How isn't that weird?
できれば2機落としてメンツ丸つぶれにしてやりたいところよ。
Hold your horses, cowboy. The Raptor EMD has outstanding dogfighting capabilities. Don't just assume it'll be a walk in the park.
見つけてしまえば私の方が腕は上だもの。まあ訓練で勝っても実戦で勝てるとは限らないんだけど。
You don't get it, though. It's not just the Raptor specs you need to be on the lookout for. Know firsthand that people behind the sticks are top-notch
ちょっ
pilots.
と言うや。あんたもしかしてインフィニティーズの連中と知り合いなの？
You could say that.
何？それは本当なのか？
Oh, weird. I swear I mentioned this before.
聞いてないぞ。
Oh, my bad. Must have slipped my mind. I'm lying through my teeth, of course. Didn't mention it because I figured it wasn't all that important. That, and I was sure it would make life easier for me. But Yui's been working day and night for the sake of this project, and is still willing to indulge my whims. So it's only right I tell her, even if I don't share the whole story.
いや、まあいい。だからといって何がどうなるという話ではないからな。
ねえゆうや、一つ確認しておきたいんだけど、あんたインフィニティーズに勝ちたいのよね。
Obviously. No shit I do. Development comes first and all. I'll never allow myself to lose to that bunch. Not to him. Never to him.
そうだ。
Yeah, less about beating the affinities and more about fucking kicking the shit out of Leon. What now? Man, I have a bad feeling about this. It's like I'm standing between a 120mm cannon and its target.
ゆうや、私がインフィニティーズに勝ったらハネムーンに行くわよ。
Sure. Honeymoon?
うん。休暇を取ってアラスカ観光に行くのよ。そして雄大な湖畔のコテージで一晩過ごすの。暖炉の前で寄り添って。
I mean, yeah, it does sound nice, but where have I heard those words before? Oh yeah, again, those lines from one of the tourism posters.
何よその顔は。まさか私が負けるなんて思ってるんじゃないでしょうね。
No, it's not that. It's just, dude, are you serious?
私はね、下手な冗談で身を捧げるほど安い女じゃないのよ。
Not what I was talking about.
よし、そうと決まれば早速あいつらとの対戦に備えて寝るわ。ゆうや、高村注意。美味しい食事をご馳走してもらって感謝
Did
す
we
る
even
わ。
get to eat? Or is it like ice cold now?
ああ、どういたしまして。
再见。
Smile later, nerd. What's with her? Acting like a maniac the entire time, but switching up to a civilized human being mode right before she goes?
さあ、注意の思考は理解の範疇を超えている。
Hey, it's not like I'm second guessing you or anything, but are you sure it was okay to share those anti-raptor measures with her?
それはつい注意が我々より先に有効な手段を実践することへの懸念という意味か。
Yeah, I am. Assuming they work, we can expect the infinities to counter the
も
countermeasures.
ともとはつい注意が自ら語った戦術だ。私はそれを補強したに過ぎない。それに
Yeah, she's gonna do it anyway. Go ahead.
彼女が他人から聞いたままを実行するような性格とは思えないしな。
Yeah, 'cause she's Chinese. I guess.
なんだ、まだ何か気になるのか？
No, not in particular. I don't know. I think it was out of character for you, that's all.
そうか。ゆうや、私は XFJ 計画の責任を負う者として自身に課された全てを全うしようと思っている。
That's a given.
そのためには彼女たちを利用することも厭わない。
Nice.
すでに詳細データが取れているジャンジ10型は良いベンチマークになる。知らぬ2型と類似仕様の機体が想定上有効な作戦を先に実行するなら、私は喜んでそれに手を貸す。
Alright. Give us a baseline comparison to go off of.
誰にどう思われようが構わない。XFJ 計画の完遂こそが私が達成すべき任務なのだ。そしてそこからが私自身の戦いだ。
Yeah, man, you do you. Do your little character arc thing. I understand. You have it just as tough, huh?
そうだ、私は大変なんだ。やっとわかったか。
What, wanna vent a little? Yeah, took me long enough.
なんだ、嫌に素直だな。怖いくらいだ。
Well, these days I know my place.
ぶっこ。
Yeah. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. I won't let you fight alone. I promise I won't spare any efforts as a surface pilot. I don't give a shit what people say, what people think of me. Your Type 94 second will become the best TSF around. You're the commander. Let us get our hands dirty. Just kick back and enjoy the show.
ゆうや、私もある意味あんたと同じ二つの祖国を持っている。
Yeah, we really don't know your whole deal. What was the meaning behind those words? Assuming she's of mixed blood, same as I. What does patriotism mean to Yifei? How does she feel about the country she serves? Maybe knowing the answers would go a long way to give me some peace of mind. But that's not what's best for business. And maybe me learning swordsmanship isn't anything but a distraction either. But I'll never lie to myself. As a test pilot, the only way left for me to go was forward.
緩み切ってるな。
ご勘弁を。ここではこのぐらいの方が逆に動きやすいのです。
そうではない。この基地全体に漂う空気の話だ。お前たちはよくやっている。
ありがとうございます。コーヒーでいいですか？それともアルコールを？
酒はやらない。
了解です。
スケジュールはどうだ？遅れが出始めていると聞く
が。申し訳ありません。突発的な大規模演習やそこへの米軍派遣などいろいろありまして、大事をとって一時的に搬入を止めました。遅れは挽回可能な範囲に留めています。
そうか。民間人がそろそろ動き始める頃だ。奴らに遅れは取るな。
Oh boy, more clandestine actions.
マスターの到着までには帳尻を合わせます。どうぞ、インスタントですが。
I mean, instant coffee's pretty good.
インスタントではあっても合成品ではないな。味も悪くない。こんな高級品が街に出回っているのか。
南北アメリカ大陸では、誰もベータと戦争なんかしていないんです。ご存知ありませんでしたか、少佐。
That's a fucking guy.
では、
No!
この大陸の連中にも教えてやろう。
No wonder
戦争の興奮と
this
優越をな。
seemingly background character of a girl has a sprite.
なんでそんなにステラばっかしいいカードが行くんだよ。
I just think you're bad.
あら、そんなことないわよ。カ
Playing
ー
Texas
ドは
Hold'em?
平等でしょ。みんな同じ条件で戦ってるんだし。
だってさ、ようやく月が回ってきたなって思えばステラはそれ以上だし、絶対になんかあるよ。
I think you just have a bad poker face.
別に何もないわよ。
でもよ、ありえなくねえか？自滅したタリサはまだしも、俺もユウヤもヴィンセントもだぜ。
She's
ちょっ
just a
とば
fucking
かし
card
怪しく思
shark.
っちまうのもわからん話じゃないぜ。なあ。
Oh yeah, I had lines there. I was busy staring at Stella's massive tits. Oh yeah, what he said.
あら、怪しく
Look
な
at
い
me,
わ
not
よ。
even reading.
数えただけだもの。
They're just too big. I have no idea why someone would cheat at blackjack when we're just playing to kill time. Fella's been on one hell of a lucky streak. Oh well, some mysteries are better left unsolved. Well, is she dealer, or is she like also playing, but like the dealer just is, you know, just there as like a stand-in, like there's no person actually in the dealer position?
嘘。
Yeah, I was about to
冗
say.
談だろ。そんなこと本当にできんのかよ。
I mean, it's not that hard once you learn how to do it.
できるわよ。3デッキのカードを混ぜて使っているだけじゃないの。やろうと思えば誰でもできるでしょ。
Oh, you have a big fucking deck of like 150 cards you're using? That's a little more above my level.
誰もやってなかったの？
いや、だってよ、普通するか？しねえよ。
か覚えられねえってば。
I mean, it's not too hard, considering like a third of the cards in the deck are just of 10 value. You know, the 10, all the face cards, and then, well, the aces are 1 in 11, depending on how you're playing. But, you know, it's not ridiculously hard. Color me surprised. Never expected to have a pro gambler among us.
別に難しいことじゃないわよ。あなたたちだって普段はしてるじゃない？
What do you mean? I say what?
カードのカウンティングなんて物語の世界だけだろ。
No, it's how you get fucking your knees broken outside a casino.
違うわよ。何言ってるの。
That's why I stick to the
だっ
craps
て
table.
それを使って昨日は2機も落としたじゃないの。
Craps is way more fun because everyone at the table wants you to do good when you're rolling the dice, because that means they also do good. And even the dealers want you to do good. It's not like you know, the fucking poker table or blackjack's a little different because everyone's, you know, doing their own thing, but then everyone can also be like soaking up the good cards that you want. It's There's a lot of rules to learn with craps, but you know, once you get going, it's a good time.
私がいつ
話が結びつかないんだが。
この前の演習、弾幕で牽制されていた時、あのタイミングで飛び込んだのはどうして？相手が打ってこないのを読んでいたからじゃないの？
読んでたって、あれはカードと違って分かりやすいから。
Yeah, that's just, you know, you don't have to do extreme math for that. It's just like paying attention.
その通りよ。分速で何発撃てるか把握した上で、36ミリがそれまでに何秒発射されていたか。そこからそれに比べれば、カードゲームで何が残っているのか把握するのは簡単じゃない？
No?
そっか、そうだよな。私もミラージュ2000がマグチェンジする気配が見えたからいけると思って突っ込んだんだよな。
調子に乗って、その後は中波の判定受けたけどね。
でしょ？そっちの方がよっぽど高度な技術だと思うけど。
言われてみりゃその通り。納得だ。
チェー、これじゃあ英士とカードすんのは分が悪いぜ。
Yeah.
思うのだけど、結局のところインフィニティーズだって同じじゃない？
I mean,
確かに
obviously.
ステルスという能力は侮れないわ。でも彼らだけ段数を優遇してもらっているわけじゃないし、招待の機体数が多いわけでもない。
まあ確か
It's
に
not
ス
an
テラの
even
言う
playing
通り
field, but they have the edge.
36ミリが命中すればラプターだってぶっ壊れるのは間違いねえし、連中だって人間だ。操縦ミスすることもあるかもしれないけどな。
グラフ招
Human
待
area or
腕は
fucking
悪くな
mechanical
かった。
failure. No, during Desert Storm, like fucking, what was it? One of the jets that got shot down, I think it was a British guy. Yeah, it was mainly due to like mechanical failure or whatever. I think they were doing like a bombing run on an airfield, and like his bombs never detached, and he got fucking slowed down and like had to bail.
やっぱさ、認めたくないんだけど、噂で聞いてた通り、いや、それ以上に強い。正直な話、ブルーフラッグでは有志会戦闘が多いから、ステルスって言っても大したアドバンテージにはならないと思ってた。格闘戦に持ち込めば負ける気しないけど、どうやったら懐に潜り込めるか見当つかない。ムカつくけどね。
Yeah, they kind of got you in the
だ
box
から
right
ゆ
now.
い姫は統一中華戦線にそれを試させるんだろ。ステラが言うように同じ条件で、しかもユウヤの作戦を取るならいい勝負になるかもしれないぞ。
Might being the
全て
keyword
は
here.
そいつを拝見してからにしようじゃねえか。
でもあれだけの準備でいけるのかしら。
No. Share your concerns. Honestly, I have my doubts the supplemental armor will be enough to withstand the first barrage. But I guess you go to war with the plans you have.
私もあいつらはそんなに甘くないって思うな。
いずれにせよバーフェン正体との対戦は注目だよな。俺としちゃユウヤの女には期待してるんだけどね。
誰の女だよ。
She isn't anybody's better half.
おお、怖っ。
でもあ
Yeah,
の
I
バ
guess,
カ女
I
の
guess,
実
you
力は
know,
少しは
last
認めてやる
night's
さ。
event, you
デ
know,
ータ取り
circulating
の
the
役
rumor
には
mill.
取ってくれんじゃないの。早いし変則的な軌道も評価できる。ムカつく女だけど戦術機の扱いに関しては悪くないね。
So in her own way, Teresa actually respects Lieutenant Sui. Get where she's coming from. I fought that savage seaweed myself, and she literally put me through the ringer.
グラフ正体は最初の奇襲でやられてしまったようなものだから、そこさえしのげれば番狂わせもあるかもね。
No way. I just can't see the Infinities losing to Baofeng. The 65th Combat Training Battalion and the Raptors' reputation weren't built on simple hype. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, and when you're up against people like Sharon or Leon, you better expect lefts and rights coming aplenty.
結局は配られた手札で勝負するしかねえんだよな。
Yeah, that about sums it up.
そういやゆうや、お前ゆい姫となんか進展したのか？そこはかとなく怪しい感じが。
Define progress. I have no idea where you're driving at.
またまた。
あら、でも二人とも名前で呼び合ってなかった？
それだよそれ。ほれほれ、ゆいって呼んでみ。ゆい。
Nothing strange about me calling a fellow member of our team by her first name, is there? Even Teresa and Stella greet each other that way.
お前って本当に分かってねえな。
Yeah, like we don't call Stella Bremer.
昔っからこういうやつなんですよ、ミスタージアコーザ。
Why the hell are you two busting my balls now? What the fuck did I do?
それにしてもゆうや、本当に筋金入りね。
お、はいはいはい、出ますよ。さて、ご会長と行きますか。よし、カーテンを上げてくれ。
Oh man.
どうよ。外装の赤色の部分を白に塗り替えて、その他は2番機の予備と交換しただけなんだがな。これだけでも結構変わるもんだ。
Design number 3. I like the blue highlights. Very white.
機体にかかるストレスも一目で
This
判断で
camera
きる
pan's
し、
moving real slow,
ま
huh?
さに実験機ってとこだよな。
へえ、こりゃべっぴんさんに仕上がったな。
I do like the blue lights. Very good.
美しい機体ね。まるで白亜の心臓みたい。
確かにそんな感じにも見えるかもね。でも、私の2型の方が強そうだけどな。
Sure it does. This is where it starts, partner. We have a date with Destiny, and the way things are running, and the way there runs through the Infinities. But no matter. We'll beat them and everyone who stands in our way. Winning is all that matters. It's the only thing we can do to prove our worth. Won't be easy, but the rest of Argus has our backs. As well as someone ready and willing to get her hands dirty if that's what it takes to finish the Shiranui Second. Japan and America, Yui and me. The Shiranui Second is a thread that binds us together. We're the same, and for her sake, I'll take the Shiranui Second all the way to the top.
おいゆうや、お前またゆい姫を置かずに妄想にふけってんのか？健康なやつだな。タリさんに頼めばいいのに。
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but BG, you stupid motherfucker. Get your head out of the gutter.
バカかてめえは。
そういえばジアコーザさん、一つ報告したいことがあるんですよ。
なんだね、ロボ、ウェルカム。お前の94セカンド、ユーコン最強にしてやるぜ。
はあ？
No, you heard that?
ってゆい姫に向かって誓ってましたぜ、ゆうやくんが。
Vincent!
バーヘン1左剣部装甲ブロック被弾中波と認定。
Uh-oh. You're really putting the heat on you, huh?
バーヘン1左下体部装甲被弾塗装剥離左前腕部外縁被弾消波。
この距離なら食い破ってやる。
I don't think you stand much of a chance.
バーヘン1胸部コクピットブロック被弾致命的損傷により大破と認定。状況終了。前期作戦開始位置まで後退せよ。
Fucking snite.
そんな。 射撃
Mm-hmm.
早すぎるわよ。あとコンマ2秒。
Like a fucking rat in a trap.
やられちゃったか。まあ結構いいデータが取れたから、とりあえずはいいか。がっかりするのかな。
It seems a part for the course.
ちくしょ
No less frustrating though.
演習終了までに要した時間は12分38秒。我々がバオフェン小隊に勝利するまでには32分かかっている。さて、いずれ対峙しなければならないこの手強い
Yeah,
相手から
it's clear who the
どうや
obstacle
って
to
勝利を
surmount
もぎ
is.
取るか。貴様
やっ
らの
ぱりさ、ドッグファイトするしかねえだろ。で、どうやって接近するかだな。
バオフェンの策以外で何ができる
Yeah,
か
and they still
考え
got
るしか
fucking
ね
wrecked.
えな。
少しは真面目に考えろ。そうなんだからドイツ人から今度はイタリア抜きでとか言われるんだよ。
チャリザてめえ
Correct.
人が気にしていることを。
落ち着きなさ
It's
い、
funny
二
to be
人とも。
racist against Italians.
じゃれてる場合じゃないのよ。
I got him sneeze. Ooh.
でも本当に考えれば考えるほど隙がないって感じね。
Yeah, there's only so much you can do with what we got. Damn, Stella's the brains of the team. Even she's having trouble coming up with countermeasures to stealth. Bao Feng's strategy failed to produce anything of note. If we go with the similar strategy, we'll get blown out by the
ゆう
infinities.
や、お前ラプターに乗ってたんだろ。極秘の弱点とかないのかよ。
No. You realize my job was to make sure that it didn't?
お前のせいか。
学んだる上位。貴様の見解を続けてみろ。
Yeah, he did a bit of a too good a job on that one.
ジャンジ10型だったら懐に潜り込めるんじゃないかと思ったんだけどな。
そうだな。誰かさんみたくちっこいし、ちょろちょろ動く機体だからな。
このカバ遊んでる場合じゃねえんだよ。なあゆうや、ラプターって近接戦闘が苦手なんだよな。
I wouldn't say it's a glaring weakness, but there's a reason why people keep thinking that. Before the US Army went with the Raptor, about 10 years ago or so, it was losing to the YF-23 Black Widow, its competitor machine in close-quarters combat exercises. Somehow the story took a life of its own, and the image just stuck. But the military wouldn't be stupid enough to send a machine with the potential to embarrass itself out into the world. Remember, the Raptor EMD managed to defeat the guys at the Combat Instruction Battalion in a dogfight. Those guys were flying 2 squadrons worth of Strike Eagles versus just 2 Raptors.
それこそ噂なんじゃねえの？よくあんじゃん。苦手だから嘘ついて箔をつけておくって作戦。
Maybe if this was like the Soviets, they would do that, but why would you lie if you knew the truth was going to come to light soon enough? And besides, I took part in those operations in question. I wasn't flying the Combat Instructor Corps, though. Wasn't flying with the Combat Instructor Corps, though.
いよいよ打つ手なしかよ。
つまりラプターに弱点はない。だから我々の敗北も理にかなっている。
Mm-hmm.
貴様は
Like
そう言い
solid
たい
as a
のか
rock.
ブリッジ少尉。
I don't want to be a downer, but right now, that's how it looks like to me. Unless something changes, Argus will suffer the same fate as Bao Fang. Take us down before we can get close.
ブリッジ少尉。貴様の見解は理解できるが、悲観論だけなら誰でも言える。必要なのは打開策だ。それが出せない現状では無理です。仕方のないことです。テストパイロットという職業は随分と楽な仕事だな。
I mean, you want us to pull a fucking solution out of our hat like a rabbit? Like, you're a test pilot too. Watch it.
だから現状の報告のみで済ますか。情けない。
Alright, let's see you come up with some solutions. Yeah, that's a play right of the old Yui's book. Yifei's plan was doomed from the start, so she's doing this reverse psychology bullshit to fire us up.
だいたい都合が良すぎるんだよ。 だったらステルスでもつけてくれっての。こっちは不利な状況でやってんだ。少しはユウヤの気持ち考えろよ。
It's a little late in development for that.
知らぬ2型は対ベータ兵器だ。ステルスを採用せよという貴様の提案は無意味だ。一向に値しない。
なんだよ、どうしても勝たせたいならそこまでしろよ。こっちは全力でやってんだよ。
Well, so you
試
can't
験
just
に命を張っ
magically
てるのは
develop a
テスト
stealth
パイロットの
aircraft.
方だろうが。
学んだら少尉高村中尉、部下の非礼をお詫びする。学んだら少尉、貴様とは後でミーティングだ。覚悟してお
Ooh,
る。
fun!
少しよろしいでしょうか。
Oh, Heinemann, yeah, you're here.
よろしくお願いします。
先ほど聞き捨てならない言葉がありましたので、メーカー側からこれを否定させていただきます。
Please, go ahead.
カタログスペックが必ずしも正しいとは限りませんが、インフィニティーズの演習データと私たちのデータを比較してみた場合、いくつかの項目においては94セカンドやアクティブイーグルの方が数値が勝っているのです。
Okay, pointy head, give us, spell it out for us.
ですか
Us
ら
simple folks.
視界の利く近接戦闘で押し込まれる場合、それは機体のせいではなく登場している兵士の技量によるものになります。
だからさ、言ってるじゃねえ
Get him in a
か。
big open
接近
field.
できればいくらでもボコってやるって。それができないのが問題なんだろ。
全勝できねえのはあれですけど、性能比較ができれば開発計画としては良しとするのもありなんじゃないですか。もともとブルーフラッグはそのためのものでしょ。
I mean, putting up a good show against the F-22, you know? That's worth something in its own right.
それは違う。我々は XFJ 計画は決して負けるわけにはいかないのだ。
All or nothing, huh? Oh, now I see what you're trying to do. Damn, people call me awkward. There's gotta be a better way of pumping us up for a fight than making yourself the bad guy. But, oh well. That's just like her. I think there's been a misunderstanding, Lieutenant Takamura. I never meant to imply our defeat was a foregone conclusion. I'll do whatever it takes to beat them. I couldn't sleep at night otherwise. And I'm damn sure everyone here shares the sentiment.
実際にどうしたらいいとユウヤは思うの？
Infinity seem invincible because thus far, I've only been looking at the big picture. What we need to do instead is treat this as a problem with distinct component parts and look at them in isolation. As they say, the devil's in the details. The way I see it, there's two main problems. How to limit the damage from the first barrage, and how to get close to the Raptors. Again, I'm not getting cold feet or anything, but these guys are real pros. Yeah, they have zero actual combat experience, just like me until a couple months ago, but they've run enough AH drills to make up the difference. Oh my, I don't know what happened to me there.
お前も AH 演習はうまかったしな。
I don't mean to brag, but it's a cold hard fact I was the ace in my former unit in that area. Isn't that right, Vincent?
ああ、ユウヤの優秀さは俺が保証しますよ。なんせトップガンズトップですからね。
Except he wasn't in the Navy. But even so, I'm not afraid to admit that if my partner had been anyone else but Stella during that mock battle we ran the day I arrived, I would have been assumed shot down. No question about it.
そうね。あの時のタリサの軌道には私も驚いたわ。
いやー、本当にそうだよな。俺もこれはタリサ一人で全部やっちまうんじゃねえかって思って連携を控えたくらいだったしな。
You live, you learn.
お前がちゃんとやってれば勝てたんだよ。
だってよ、手出すなって言われたしな。俺はリーダーの言いつけに従っただけなんだぜ。
お前は黙ってろ BG。
Yeah, how dare you be
ユウヤ
right?
もユウヤだ。わざとらしいんだよ。いいよもう。気持ちの切り替えはできてるってばよ。
Have to take your word on it. Anyway, here's the deal. The Infinities are real pros, but I'm confident I'm a better pilot than any of them. And the Raptor's a great machine. Our TSFs can put up a good fight. In terms of maneuverability, Argus's TSFs do not fall behind the Raptor's EMD. Isn't that right, Mr. Heinemann?
ええ、 それは私が保証しましょう。
And there you have it, Lieutenant. The XFJ program's TSF can go blow to blow with a raptor in a dogfight. While its skill is a different issue, and I'm damn sure we have an edge there.
こっちの方が完全に上だよ。
Don't look down on him. Yeah, this is the vibe Yubi was shooting for. Anyway, let's take on problem number 1. How to survive first contact. A briefing where we just share our feelings with the group is a complete waste of time. In that sense, I appreciate the commander letting us talk it out. We trust we'll come up with something concrete without railroading the discussion. Shows the commander's an old hand. He's keeping us motivated, all while taking Yu's feelings into account. As the project leader, he must be getting pulled in like a million different directions at once. To tell you guys the truth, I think Baofeng's idea was roughly in the ballpark. Teresa, what do you think?
グラーブスは密集してたから袋叩きにあって、
Yeah, they got
バ
fucking
ーヘン
shot
の
like
奴
fish
ら
in a
が散ら
barrel.
ばっていたから逆に格好撃破された。どっちもどっちだけど。
一機の損失は覚悟でいくって作戦か。でもよ、今回みたく向こうも分散してたらどうなんだよ。
全員まとめて落とされるよかマシだろ。それにバーヘンと違ってこっちは対マン勝負なら負けないんだからよ。
Maybe say so. One-on-one battles with full visibility is the best case scenario for us.
グラフ正体との戦闘を見せた
Unfortunately,
後
you're fighting in a wrecked city
全く違う
environment.
プランでバオヘン正体とやったのを見れば何かまだ手を残しているって考えるのが自然よね。
いや、あれはバーフェン正体が先に捕捉されてたって考える方が自然だぜ。連中はそれから散開したんじゃねえの？
なんでそう思うんだよ。
無意味な散開なんて戦力分散以外の何者でもねえだろ。いくらラプターが速いって言ったってリスクが大きいと思うぜ。さすがに一機で一個正体と戦いたくないだろうしな。
ユウヤの散開して潜伏しているという予想は外れてたのかしら。インフィニティーズにしても電波観測に対するステルスはできても無音というわけでもないし、排熱を完全にマスクできているわ
a
けで
jet
もない。
engine is still pretty
発見
fucking
される可
loud.
能性は必ずあるわ。だから味方の支援ができるギリギリのラインで待ちの姿勢をとっている可能性が高いと思う。それこそクモの巣みたいにね。
その網に散開したバオフェン正体が引っかかった。そしてそのケースを想定していたインフィニティーズは通常の包囲殲滅ではなく格好撃破に打って出た。
Alright. Gang up
我々はバオ
individually.
フェン正体に勝利するために頭を潰したが、彼らは逆に胴体を潰すことを優先したというわけだな。いずれにせよ秘匿性能は高いが有志界内なら問題はない。そう考えると狙撃回避に集中していたバオフェンズの考え方は悪くはない。これで対策の方向性は絞り込めた。
Yeah, the theory wasn't bad, it was the execution where they failed. Called it. Boss Ibrahim's is the real deal. He knew here's where the discussion would end up right from the get-go.
でレーダーに捉えたと思ったらすぐにロストするの。あれには本当に参ったわよ。
Mhm.
あのステルスってのは常識外れにも程があるわ。あ、そうだ、高村中尉に伝えといてちょうだい。機関の助言された作戦には一部修正の余
Oh,
地あ
trust
り。
me, we're trying.
何か別の手を考えなさいってね。
Sure, I'll pass it on. Yeah, she isn't stupid. And Tsui knew Baofeng was our guinea pig against the Infinities all along, but she went with Yui's plan because she decided there was a chance it could work. And she's prideful and a sore loser. As forceful and selfish as she is, she doesn't have a malicious or underhanded bone in her body. Moreover, she's an inspiring commander. And you don't keep yourself alive against 4 raptors for over 5 minutes unless you have some serious skills. The frustration must be eating her inside.
問題になるのは高速機動と部隊連携ね。実際のところステルス性能はそれを生かすための補助機能に過ぎないんじゃないかしら。
Yeah. It's not the main component. Like I said, it's a fucking mean machine. I see. So it all comes down to defending against their preemptive strike, then isolating the individual machines from the rest while pinning them in place at the same time.
そうなるわね。追加倉庫は結構いいアイディアだったとは思うけど、
Yeah.
後が続かなかったわ。
Once it gets picked apart, you know.
ほんと残念。私の予定だと10分ぐらいで完勝するはずだったのにね。
You're like a frickin' bulldozer sometimes, you know that?
当たり前でしょ。こっちは仲間内で戦争しようって国で育ってるのよ。こんなご時世で、未だに合成食材の味を知らないような国の連中に負けるわけにはいかないのよ。
Sounds like, you know, someone's being a little bit of, you know, we were just talking, sore loser. I know what you're saying, but civil unrest? We've got much bigger problems nowadays.
どうかしらね。それはユウヤもよくわかってることなんじゃないの？統一中華戦線にしろ国連にしろ、ベータの侵略で仕方なくくっついてるだけなんだから、いつどうなるかなんて誰にもわかんないわよ。
Woohoo! Warlord period number 27.
それにしてもあそこまであっさり負けるとは思わなかった。
Maybe the Kuomintang can do a better showing this time. You win some, you lose some. There's always several variables at play, and you can't expect the stars to align every single time. But even if you lost, wouldn't you say the outcome wasn't too shabby? You collected plenty of data on America's newest TSF and its stealth capabilities, and you proved that you can hang in there against their #1 pilots.
ああ、なるほどね。
With that competitive streak of hers, she was never going to be satisfied with that result. But Baofeng's support personnel and higher-ups must have been creaming their pants with all the fancy data coming in every passing minute. It's nothing short of amazing that you're able to hold out your own against 4 machines for over 5 minutes.
でしょ？
Too many Fs.
ユウヤなら分かってくれるって思ってたわ。
We're going to use your battle records as reference. Grace is obsessed with them, actually. She's been glued to the monitor, comparing your numbers to her own.
ありがとう。それでさ、例の約束なんだけど、結局守れなかったわ。本当にごめんね。
Promise? What Oh, right. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Besides, your match has given us a lot of useful data. Couldn't ask for more.
気にしてないか。よかった。ユウヤがすごい落ち込んでたらどうしようかって思ってたのよ。そうね。
Whatever
ユウヤ
helps
が
you
気
sleep
に
at
して
night.
ないんだったら別にいいわよね。
Hey, I'm right next to you. Will you try again in the indoor voice so I can hear... Wait a second. Are those tears?
ちょっとユウヤ。
Fucking crocodile tears.
女の顔をジロジロ見るなんてデリカシーがないわよ。
Dude, are you crying? Are you a little bitch? A little bitch baby? Yeah!
ごめん。ユウヤなら避けられると思ってたからつい本気で撃っちゃった。
おい、ゆうや、大丈夫か？
No!
しっかりしてユウヤ。傷は深いわよ。何やってんの？あんたたち。
何って、なあ。
We just saw you assault him.
ああ、お茶してるんなら俺たちも混ぜてもらおうかと。
Alright, Vince. I mean, Vince the VG. Ugh. I saw the V and jumped to conclusions. I knew it was VG talking, but, you know, my brain just auto-completed.
はあ？何それ？はあ、覗いてたのは気づいていたからいいんだけどね。それより、うっかりユウヤに寸慶入れちゃったんだけど、ちょっと手伝ってくれない？
待てよ。ユウヤに礼を言っとけよ。
Oh, you like fucking put him out.
お前も気づいてるんだろ？ユウヤの真意にさ。
何のこと？
ユウヤは不愛想で鈍感だけど、根は優しいやつなんだよ。あんたが落ち込んでいると思ったからこそ普段通りの態度だったんだし、今の攻撃もわざと食らったんだよ。
He's a fucking dumbass who doesn't know how to do anything more than that. So why do I see, like, part of your dog tags outside your uniform? You see that? Like right on her. That would be her left shoulder, but it's on the right side. You know, you can right where like her collar meets her epaulette. You can see the beads of the dog tag like chain. They just kind of drew the uniform sprite on top of her tank top sprite, didn't they? And they thought they got rid of it all, but they didn't. Oops, sprite error. Haha, got him.
やるなゆうや。やっぱり俺の薫陶のおかげだな。
どうなんだよ。黙ってちゃわかんないぞ。
そうね。あんたの言う通りだわ。やっぱり私の夫にふさわしい男ね。
Okay.
ありがとう、ゆうや。悪いけど、あんたに礼は言わないわよ。
Clearly.
いらないよ、そんなもんは。お前に礼なんて言われちゃ、全身にサブイボが立っちまうね。そんなことより、インフィニティーズとの演習、見せてもらったよ。
どうせ見直すんなら今度にしてちょうだい。羽をむしられて、惨めったらしく地べたに這いつくばるラプター見せてあげるから。
おい、中華女。
何よ、チワワ。
今度私とやるときは覚悟しとけよ。そんな舐めた口、聞けなくしてやるからよ。
Alright. Keep it civil, you two.
せいぜい努力を続けることね。何回やろうが、私の口を封じることなんかできないと思うけど。はっ、
上等だね。そん時は土下座でも何でもしてやるよ。
そんなものより、
Didn't we come here to like
私を
all
満
have
足さ
drinks
せる
together?
強さを見せてちょうだい。
Let's get a move on. Enough antagonism. Man, just in her big mouth. I just spoke to Yifei without thinking. There's no deeper meaning, honest. Now that the little gremlin has made a big deal out of this whole thing, it's too late to get up and come clean.
立派だったぞ、ゆうや。無茶しやがって。
Oh, this asshole. Wait till I'm healed up. I'm gonna kick his ass for sure.
俺はあいつらに勝ちたい。そのためなら何でもできる。お前こそ何か勘違いしているかもしれないが、こんなところで負けて当然だなんて、一言も言っちゃいないぜ。
分かってくれたんだ。
Yeah.
お前だけを
You're very easy to read.
戦わせない。俺もエースとして全力を尽くす。どんなことをしようが、誰にどう思われようが、お前の知らないを最高の戦術機にしてみせる。お前が指揮官として、俺たちの後ろでふんぞり返っていられるようにな。
Yeah, you don't cut as much of a stoic and penetrable figure as you
対
think
ステ
you
ル
do.
ス戦術を立案しなくては。
プロミネンス計画は第2世代機改修が主体だ。第3世代機改修を進めている我々が演習で遅れを取るわけにはいかないだろう。この程度の障害なら問題なく切り抜けてくれるものと信じている。簡単ではない条件かもしれんが、何としてでもクリアしてくれ。
負けられない。負けるわけにはいかないのだ。
Just the story demands you to
お
win.
前の知らぬよ。最高の戦術機にしてみせる。
高村注意。ベアチェノは少尉。すまないが、
Good eyebrow
時間を
raise.
もらえないか。
I also like hitting people with the one eyebrow going up. That's because I have a good resting bitch face, where I always look super stern. It's just the way my face is when I'm like just not doing anything. Like even if I'm just like on my phone reading or like reading a book at work, I just have a fucking scowl plastered on my face. So people think I'm not unapproachable because I'm actually fairly sociable at work, and you know how I am. I'm a goofy guy, you know. I'm one goofy goober. So it's not that people are uncomfortable getting close to me. It's just they'll come in, and if they're not familiar with me, they'll just see me fucking looking there like I'm steaming, and they'll be like, "Ooh, don't wanna upset him." Or like, let's leave him to cool off as I'm just fucking reading some manga on my phone. Yeah. but I am definitely an eyebrow emoter. Like, I fucking hit people with the eyebrow motions a lot.
ああ、別に構わないが、どうしたのだ？
ユーヤ・ブリッジスについて
I mean, of
聞
course,
かせてもらいた
why
い。
else would you come to, like, talk
何？
about any other reason?
また、シェスチナ少尉に関してのことなのか。え？以前にも少尉から似たような質問をされたのでな。違っていたのならすまない。
いや、高村中尉の指摘は正しい。
Okay.
そうだ。
And what is the
彼
issue
には
here?
何か他の人間とは違う何かがあるように思えるのだ。私はそれを知りたい。イーニャのためにも。高村中尉、任務があるのならそちらを優先してくれ。
Nah, she's just
ま
like
た改める。
thinking. Honestly, this is better distraction than just leaving her to her own devices.
ああ、大丈夫だ。少し考え事をしていただけだ。それで、シェスチナ少尉の興味を引く原因がユーヤにあるということだな。確か前にも本人に直接聞いた方がいいと言った覚えがあるのだが。
You can't fucking get anything out of him, though. It's like fucking trying to squeeze water from a stone.
まだ答えをもらっていない。
ビアチノは少尉？
私には理解できないのだ。彼は何者で、
Unsociable?
私は
Dense? Stupid?
ビアチェノは少尉。交換条件を出してもいいか？
交換条件？
そうだ。私の質問に答えてほしい。それが、少尉の答えにもつながると思う。前置きしておくが、質問の意図が、少尉の名誉を傷つける類のものではないことを
Okay,
確約する。
interesting angle you're taking here.
わかった。あなたの質問に答えればよいのだな。
グアドループで、私たちが遭難した時のことだが。
ああ、覚えている。
それで、漂着して2日目、少尉とブリッジスで、水源の探査に出かけたな。
Yeah, you got a little touchy-feely, huh?
それも覚えている。水源を確保しようと探索したのだが、結局見つからなかった。
その時、何かあったのか？
No?
何か？
Yeah, you just jump to conclusions like you
だ
always
から
do.
何も見つけられなかったのだが。
それではない。ブリッジスとの間に
I mean, they had a little
何
bit of a
かあった
heart-to-heart,
のか
but
聞いているんだ。
すまないが、注意の質問の意図がよくわからない。もう少し具体的に言ってもらえないか？
だから、ユーヤと少尉が抱き合っていたことだ。
because she fell.
あれは、体力を消耗していた私が、転倒しそうになったの
No
も。
need to blush thinking about it unless you're like, oh no, how embarrassing. I was so tired and he had to catch me.
少尉？
Not the fact that he embraced me, but the fact that I got exhausted.
いや、海のこと。そうだ。でも、私は、抱き。
大丈夫か少尉？なんだか顔色が優れないぞ。
いや、大丈夫だ。注意
Uh,
の気のせいだ。
press X to doubt.
しかし、
問題ない。
So you say.
注意。こちらから申し出ておいて、心苦しいのだ
Yeah,
が
you need to
答え
reevaluate
は
what happened,
次
don't
の
you?
機会でいいだろうか。
いや、それは構わないのだが、それよりも、
Do a little soul searching on that.
高村注意。忙しいところ時間を割いてもらったことに感謝する。では、私はこれで失礼する。
待ってくれ少尉。もう
Later,
少し
Gator.
話を。
注意は、ゆうやと呼ぶのだな。
え？
All right, and with that, change the date, that is where we are gonna end it here for today. So once again, I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and see you all next time for the next episode of MUV LUV Total Eclipse, where we'll probably be going up against the Infinities. Hope to see you guys all there. Catch you later. Bye. Mwah.